There's some of the fans enjoying the game tonight. Talked to my roomie, Bill Freehan, up at U of M. He's holding his commuter camp. For those who want to go to a live-in camp, it's June 26th or July 10th. Call Mr. Bill Freehan at the University Athletic Department if you have any interest. Good camp. People are having fun. You see them eating all that Caesar's pizza and hot dogs. Having a good time at the park tonight.
That's right. Did you sneak a pizza in here tonight, Fox? Somebody did last night. I tried to hop all over it, but couldn't find it. This is Albert Bell, 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a strikeout in the third inning. Bell batting .372, 18 taters, 58 ribbies. Ground ball to Tram at short. The long throw, and boy, he just got him. About a half a step. Tram has that knack of just getting those runners at first base. He's been doing it for a long time.
Comes up quick, throws quick and accurate. He'll get you by a half a step all day long.
This is the designated hitter tonight for Cleveland, Eddie Murray. 0 for 2 into a double play in the first and then flied out in the third. Switch hitting Eddie Murray. Pulled the string that time, had he way out in front. Murray's hit 451 career homers. Just needs one more to tie the great Carl Yastrzemski of Boston for 19th on the all-time home run list. And he's hit home runs in 31 ballpark. His record is 32 set by Frank Robinson. That makes the count 1-1. Indians leading 3-1. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Tribe. 1 run, 3 hits for Detroit. There's a strike to him. Good Cleveland pitching last night, guys, and again so far tonight, and all season against the Tribe this year. The pitching has been exceptional. I mean, against the Tigers for the Tribe.
Very impressive, this young Grimsley tonight, and also Nagy last night.
That evens the count at 2-2.
And we saw Eric Plunk come in the 8th and 9th, and I tell you what, I've never seen him throw harder.
He was throwing
and
some
he threw strike.
High, hard heat.
The Tigers never had a chance. They were overmatched completely in those 2 innings. And they're good fastball hitters.
Here's a whoop, timeout. Paul Sorrento, the on deck
Another
batter.
beach ball. That's number 4.
Is that 4 of them?
Yeah, you missed one while you were doing a commercial.
Okay.
This is a little one.
Does that count? 3.5?
3.5 then. That guy looked like he swallowed one. Price, get back in the booth. Yeah, that's a wee one. We'll have to go 3.5. I don't see any more bouncing around. That might be it for the night.
All right, here's the 2-2 pitch to Murray. That makes it 3-2. Eddie Murray batting .272. Swings the bat from the end. Boy, good pitch that time.
Excellent split finger pitch.
5 strikeouts.
Ball dropped right out of the strike zone
for Tim Belcher tonight.
Watch this pitch, 3-2. Eddie's set on the fastball, and that ball just, the bottom dropped out of it.
Boy, he didn't come close.
No, that ball dropped almost, I'd say 8 inches to a foot.
This is Sorrento. Paul tonight 0 for 2, 2 flyouts. He's batting .246. Fly ball. Tony Phillips. And he takes it for the 3rd out. So an easy inning here in inning number 6 for Tim Belcher. The Tribe goes down 1-2-3. They're leading the Tigers 3-1. The Tigers on Pass Sports are brought to you by Builder Square. They'll get you squared away. Bats were silenced last night.
Have only 3 hits tonight, Jim, and if it hadn't been for an error, they'd be shut out. They have an unearned run.
Travis Fryman, he's 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. Travis picked up a base hit in the game last night. That snapped an 0 for 21 string. Tigers 2-20 record when scoring 4 runs or less. Last night was a perfect example. Chopper foul, evens the count at 1-1.
You know, Jim, we made mention of the fact that when Travis was hot, he was hitting the ball left center, right center, pulling occasionally. And if I've noticed just these last 2 games, he's trying to pull almost everything. That top hand is turning over, getting the bat head way out in front. Sometimes when you go on a streak and you're not comfortable, that happens to you. You feel like you're not getting there, and so you pull off, pull out, try to pull too much.
Well, Travis said the other day in Milwaukee when I talked to him that, and he was still hitting well at the time, that when you're seeing the ball, that sets up everything for him because he's able to keep his head straight. He doesn't pull away, doesn't try to pull the ball. So when he's seeing the ball well, that sets up good hitting for him. Boy, there you go again. He's going to kill somebody in that dugout.
Look at Tram, he's ducking.
Not much room to hide.
Kettleton's got the ball.
He's going to flip it up to one of the youngsters back there, a big youngster that time. Full count to Travis. That'll be out of play. Fielder and Gibson will follow Travis Fryman here in inning number 6. The Tigers trailing 3-1. Tiger fans get in the act, start that rhythmic applause to try to get something moving for Detroit. Another one in the dugout. Tomorrow it's a 1:15 ball game. John Doherty 6-4 against Dennis Martinez, the veteran. He's 5-4. Got a big contract to come over to Cleveland from Montreal. That should also reach the seats. The Tigers continue to lead the major leagues with 102 home runs, 320 walks, and 501 strikeouts going into tonight's action. I mentioned before they also lead the American League in fielding percentage. So here's the 3-2 pitch once again. Travis fighting off some good pitches.
Jim, you were talking about Alan Trammell just nipping that guy at first base, and I remember Billy Cox, who played third base for Brooklyn. Rex Barney thinks he's even better than Brooks Robinson, but a ball would be hit to Cox, and if he had any time at all, he'd take the ball, look at it, wait, and then throw out the guy at first.
There's a fly ball to right. Kirby going over. Well, on the warning track, and he takes it on the warning track for the first out. Billy Cox from Pennsylvania.
Right. Great third baseman. Played with Pittsburgh a little bit. They traded him to Brooklyn.
Nice crowd on hand tonight at Tiger Stadium on a Tuesday night. This is Cecil. Cecil's 0 for 2. Reached base and an error in the second, then struck out in the third. Grimsley made a good pitch on him to strike him out. Grimsley struck out 3 tonight, walked 1 for Cleveland, and for the most part has pitched ahead in the count to most of the Tiger hitters. They have that Cecil shift on. Baerga once again to the left of second base. They continue to try to pitch Fielder outside.
Except for the second inning, the Tigers haven't had a man pass first base.
Well, it's been all Grimsley. Their top pitching staff. Popped up. Sorrento calls for it. Another easy out. 2 up and 2 down. He does not give up a lot of ground balls. It'll be Gibson. Gibby 0 for 2, fielder's choice in the second, then flied out in the 4th inning. So Gibby's 0 for 2, batting .275. He went hitless in the ball game last night, but he's hit safely in 6 of his last 9 ball games. He's also belted 2 home runs 3 times this year. One game he knocked in 7 runs at California, and one game 6 against Kansas City. So a couple real big RBI games for the veteran. Two down in inning number 6. Well, a few batters that Grimsley's fallen behind on. 3-0 to Gibson. Junior Felix, the on-deck batter. There's a strike to him.
Kirk thought it was low. It was borderline. You never want to pull out too quick. The umpire usually automatically gives the pitch to the pitcher.
Here's a 3-1 pitch to Gibson. Same spot.
Wake up call. There he goes. He's ready now. That was 3 taps. Woke himself up, Ern.
No. Good thing he's got on a helmet.
Yeah. If he takes the helmet off, we'll know how tough he is.
No.
That's ball 4. Second walk tonight. Given up by Grimsley. Went 3-0, then came back with 2 quick strikes, and then the ball 4 pitch got away from Alomar.
Yeah, the 3-2 pitch wasn't even close, and that's really not something you want to do, because you bring the tying run to the plate. You want to make Kirk hit the ball, and of course Grimsley didn't. He didn't even come close on the 3-2 pitch. And Dave Phillips is mad at somebody at first. Either Gibson was hollering at him or Billy Consolo. Looking down there.
I don't think Consolo. It had to be Gibby.
Must be Gibby. Gibby hollering, screaming at him. He thought the 3-0 pitch was low. He got a walk out of it anyway, but he was fired up when he tapped himself on the helmet.
This is Junior, takes a strike. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Breaking ball over.
Going to send him back to Perlis. I think he could probably still play.
Boy, good pitch that time. Quick moving. Even though Junior was hitless last night, he's hit in 17 of his last 18 ball games. Took over the right field job May 26th and has done a fine job for Detroit. Pulled the string, got him. Alomar to first. That'll end it for the Tigers here in inning number 6. The Tigers go down easily once again. Grimsley now has pitched his way through 6 innings, and his team leads 3-1. We go to the 7th inning with Cleveland leading the Tigers 3-1. It's my great pleasure to once again to throw it to my old sidekick, Ernie Harwell.
Thanks, Jim Price. It's been good pitching tonight. The 2 starters still in there. Belcher on the mound for the Tigers now, ready to face Jim Thome, the 3rd baseman. Indians got a run in the 1st inning, scored by Lofton. They got one in the 3rd, scored by Lofton. Alomar hit a home run in the 4th inning, and that's how they got their 3. Here's the ball on Thome. The Tigers scored on a double by Trammell in the 2nd inning. (2-0) on Jim Thome. He has walked and fly to center. The Indians have 4 hits. The Tigers have 3. The Tiger run was scored as unearned because that first man fielder got on the error. Outside at 3-0.
You know, this Indian ball club have won 19 games out of 23, so they have really been hot. They've just got everything going right for him.
And one of them they lost, Jim. They had a 6-1 lead in the 9th inning and lost that ball game.
There's a walk to Thome, a leadoff walk after Belcher had retired 7 straight Indians.
It's like they have, is that Ramirez? Handcuffed to the water cooler.
Well, if you're going to get handcuffed anywhere, that's not a bad place.
Maybe he was drinking too much.
Here's Alomar, hit his 8th home run after striking out. He struck out in the 2nd. He homered in the 4th inning, but 2 out and nobody on. It's a strike. Davy Phillips said so. Indians have a man on first. 7th inning. They lead 3-1 over the Tigers, trying to make it 2 straight in this series and 5 straight for the season over the Tigers. Strike. Rocky Rowe says he went over on that one. Man from Milford.
Take a look at it. He crossed the plate. Dead eye. Eagle eye. Rocky Rowe didn't miss it.
Rocky hasn't been missing too many meals either. I got a side view there. I thought that was Fox there for a second.
Bought and paid for, Rocky says.
Strike 2 on Alomar. That one has Kruder scrambling a little bit, and the count 1-2. Got to make a little correction. I said I was going to be in Livonia at the old ballpark, and it's going to be Canton.
Well, Fox and I are going to Livonia.
All right, that's fine. I'll be thinking about it. I figured you'd cross me up like that.
We already made our plans, right, Jim?
But everybody who's going to pay for a book, please come to Canton. Canton, the old ballpark, 6 o'clock. He fouls that one away. Wow. He had his foot in the dugout that time.
Alomar from a baseball family. His dad, Sandy, was not that tall. I think he was
more like
6 foot
Roberto.
tall, like 5'8", 5'9". Roberto, of course. Roberto's about 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot tall.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And he fouls the other one away. Cleveland got 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Detroit got 1 in the 2nd. That's all the scoring. There have been 7 hits by the 2 teams. Been mostly pitching here tonight. 2 good hitting teams stopped by good pitching. It'll always be that way, won't it?
Sure will. Absolutely. Tim Belcher's done a fine job tonight. You mentioned just giving up 4 hits.
2-2 the count on Alomar. Man at first base. That's Thome. Another foul out of play. I don't think we've seen either team put anybody in the bullpen yet.
No one has been up yet. But Belcher, who's pitched good again tonight, started out 0-7 in his first 8 starts. He's 5-1 in his last 7. So he has really made the big turnaround.
2-2. Alomar waiting. Full count now.
Well, we'll see with the lead if they start the runner. It's 3-2 count, nobody out. Depends on what kind of confidence Hargrove has in Alomar's ability to put the bat on the ball. There he goes.
High fly, deep center. Gibson racing back. He'll have room. Thome all the way to second on the hit and run, retreats to first base. A long out. There's been 1 outfield putout for the Tigers in each inning except the first. At least 1. 9 outfield putouts.
Sandy hit it good, but in Death Valley, dead center field, very deep, with the wind blowing in just a little.
Here's Wayne Kirby, the number 9 batter. He's fly to center and taking the call, 3rd strike. He's 0 for 2 for the day. Strike.
See, this is the thing the Indian Ball Club has been doing so well. Their starters have been taking them into the 6th, 7th, 8th inning. Then they have those short relievers, those good ones to come in. Lilliquist, Plonk, Farr. It's been a big improvement for them.
Strike 2, the count on him.
There's Big Jack once again, Jack Morris. Had a nice talk with Jack yesterday. .250 career wins. He's won every place he's been.
Jim, that score in Boston, it was right, 13-1.
Holy mackerel.
Espinosa warm up. He'll go in at 3rd. 13-1. They got them all in the 1st inning, I think. And a kid named Brow, I never heard of, started that game, and he was in there when the 10 was up there.
So it was all his tonight.
It looks like the poor kid. If it was a youngster named Brow, he took a beating.
Oh, that's not the guy that has the
No.
Not our.
I looked it up.
That's
No,
not Joe.
It could have been the way he pitched.
Joe Dyroff, yeah.
no.
Yeah, Brown was up with him a little bit early, and then he went down and came back up.
Well, he may be on his way out.
Yeah.
They have a bus waiting for him outside the stadium.
1-2. That's the count on Kirby. 3-1. Cleveland leads Detroit. Indians batting with a man on and the man out. Ground ball off the glove of Cecil into right field. Whitaker chases the ball down to the outfield. Thome stops at 2nd.
Now here's something, and I'm surprised it hasn't happened. If you're going to put Alvaro Espinosa in for defense, why don't you have him running for Thome? He's faster than Thome. Why don't you put him in right now and let him run? Here we see this ball. It's hit pretty good. Cecil just misses it right off the end of his glove. He almost made a play. Almost does not count, but I've seen many a manager do this, and I don't quite understand it. If you're surely going to put the guy in for defense, he ought to be in there running right now.
That's Thome at 2nd. Kirby's on at 1st. That'll be scored as a single. It'll be the 5th hit for the Indians, and it'll bring up the top of the batting order Kenny Lofton, who's now hit safely in 11 straight games. He's had a double, a walk, and a bounce out to short in this game. He scored 2 runs. Here's a ball. 359 hitter in the leadoff spot. Boy, does that help the team.
Oh, if he isn't one of the best leadoff hitters in all of baseball, I don't know who is.
He hit 325 last year, so it's not a fluke. And I think about 285 his first year. I still, as I said before, don't understand. Houston traded Lofton to Cleveland, and they got Willie Blair and Ed Taubensee. They must have needed a catcher pretty bad to give up on this guy. Who plays center field for Houston? Anybody know? I don't think he's as good as this kid.
Steve Finley.
Finley, yeah. Ground ball up the middle. There goes Lou. He touches 2nd. There's a throw to 1st. Two for the first and 1. A double play, and the inning is over. And when you double up Lofton, you've done the job. Tigers bat on the 7th. The Indians lead 3-1.
Alvaro Espinosa takes over at 3rd base for the Tribe. Replaces Jim Thome.
And the Tigers come to bat now, trailing 3-1 in the 7th inning. And Tuttleton has had a walk and a bounce to the pitcher Grimsley. Grimsley goes to work on Mickey. Strike 1. He took a hefty cut. Trammell and Kruder will follow.
Grimsley still throwing hard, Ernie.
Yep. He's allowed 3 hits.
It's not often you throw a low fastball by Mickey Tuttleton.
Strike. That's 2 of them on Mickey.
Took a little bit off that time.
Grimsley has fanned to 4. He's walked 2. He's given up 3 hits. Breaking ball misses the outside corner. The Tigers scored in the 2nd on a double by Alan Trammell, but an error set up the scoring opportunity. Another breaking ball, 2-2. In that inning, a fielder was safe on an error by Baega, was forced at second by Gibson. Gibson took second on the bounce out to the pitcher by Felix, then a walk to Tuttlin, and Trammell doubled in the run with a little short dunker into right field. Kruder then struck out to end the inning. 2-2 pitch to Mickey. Struck him out.
He took a little off on a split finger, and it acted like a split finger changeup, and it fooled Mickey. That's a good pitch.
You know what some of the pitchers are doing more and more now? I talked to Phil Regan about it. They drop down. Now watch this ball move away from it. That makes it go away from the left-handed hitters. It's a split finger, but when they drop down three-quarter sidearm, the ball really tails away.
Well, that one certainly did. It fooled everybody.
Alan Trammell, who's knocked in the only Tiger run, takes the ball. Allen now has 21 RBIs. Two and oh, they count on him.
Boy, this is something we haven't seen a lot of, a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel this season, especially against the two best hitting teams in baseball, maybe, you know.
Yeah, and this guy doesn't take a whole lot of time between pitches. He grabs it and fires it. Ground ball foul, scooting down the first base side.
I think Tim Belcher's a fast worker, too, for the most part.
Now you have some of the pitches are slowed up by the batters stepping out, though. That happens a lot.
Right.
That and lack of stuff, they don't really want to throw it over the plate.
Yeah.
They're afraid to throw it, I think.
There's one that's got the inside corner. 2-2.
Well, they're talking about ways to speed up the game. That's certainly one of them. Make the batter stay in that batter's box.
One out, nobody on. Cleveland leads 3-1. Breaking ball misses.
Put a limit on relief pitchers would help. Some of these games where they score, each team scores a lot of runs, there's about 8 or 9 pitchers make it to the mound, and that takes a lot of time.
There's a drive into right center to get up the gap. Chased down by Lofton. It's past him. Trammell going around second, heads for 3, and he will make it with a triple. A double and a triple for Allen tonight.
Good job, Alan Trammell. You were running hard right from the get-go, and that got him the triple. He's in a scoring position with 1 out. Hits the ball to right center. Lofton cuts the pie. See him cut over? Didn't get deep enough. Thought he could cut it off, and the ball was hit harder than he thought. It got beyond him, and once that happened, Alan Trammell, who ran hard right from the start, gets an easy triple. Now he's in scoring position.
And Chad Kruder will be the batter. He struck out and had a bunt single. 1 for 2 for Chad.
Chad's got to put this ball in play. The Indians are going to give the Tigers a run. Everybody's back except at third, but he's halfway back.
That's the 4th Tiger hit. Trammell has 2 of them. The other 2 were singles. Ball 1 on Kruder.
Now we're going to get some action in the Cleveland bullpen. Lilliquist, the left-hander, Mesa, the right-hander. First action we've seen tonight in either bullpen.
1 ball, no strikes. That's the count. Here's the pitch. 2-0. Trammell on third. 3-1 score. Cleveland on top. Tigers trying to rally now. Get some instant runs here in the 7th.
A lot of runners stranded in scoring position by the Tigers this year, and they've scored so many runs to begin with.
Foul out of play, bouncing up toward the seats. We're talking about relief pitchers working. The A's played a game in Cleveland in 1932, and Eddie Rommel, pitching for the Athletics, pitched 17 innings in relief. He gave up 29 hits and 15 runs. They didn't come get him. 29
in relief,
hits.
he pitched 17 innings.
Yeah.
Wow. That's been a strong dude.
Yep. Later became an umpire.
That end right. Oh, sure.
Yep.
Good changeup that time from Grimsley.
2-2 the count on Kruder. Trammell at third. Itching to come home. 3-1 Cleveland. We're in the 7th. Well, what will he give him now in a 2-2 pitch? Breaking ball, and he swings and misses. He's gone more to the breaking ball in the last couple of innings.
He really has, and his off-speed pitches also.
6 strikeouts.
That is his 6th one, and it was a good one, a good hook. The overhand curveball down and out of the strike zone, short and quick. Chad doesn't get the ball in play. That's one thing you've got to do somehow, some way, but he was outdone by a young Jason Grimsley, who made some good pitches.
Here's Tony Phillips. He's at Tiger Hope now with 2 down. He's had 1 for 3 tonight. Bounced to short, single, hit into a force out to second. Foul out of play. No scoring in this game since the 4th inning. That's when Cleveland picked up its 3rd run. Strike 1 pitch. Got the corner.
See, everything that he throws has some sort of movement on it. Every pitch.
Take a look at this pitch. Looks like that split finger pitch that fades it down and away from the left-handers. If he follows the pattern, this will be a curve down low.
Low and where? In?
I'd say in the middle of the plate, the same pitch he threw Kruder. Almost bounce it. See if he can get the hitter to fish for one.
Three to 1, Cleveland leads. Tigers batting in the 7th. The man at 3rd, Trammell, 2 down. Phillips at the plate. Strike 2 pitch. 1-2. Well, this young man, Grimsley, must have picked up something recently. Charlotte, what was he, 7-0? They brought him up, and he's pitching magnificently tonight so far.
Well, he's built up his confidence, Ernie. He's got a lot. Feels like he has command of all his pitches, and he's sold me tonight so far. He's got an array of different pitches and gets them all over.
Let's see what it'll give Tony Phillips now with a 1-2 count. Fastball got him, and he gets another strikeout. He struck out the side. We go to the 8th inning. Cleveland on top, 3-1.
Now the Tigers on Pass Sports are brought to you by Builder Square. They'll get you squared away.
We'll be watching. And here's Omar Vizquel, who is struck out at a sacrifice bunt and a fly to left.
Everything's right with the world when you got a popsicle or an ice cream.
And you're about 3 years old. Not a worry in the world.
Ball 1 the count.
If I had Fox wanted the popsicle.
Yeah, I'd find out where they're sitting, go down and see if they buy me one.
Foul out of play. 1-1 on Vizquel. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Cleveland. Detroit 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. You see no scoring since the 4th inning. Two and 1 the count on him.
Tigers will play an afternoon game tomorrow. Then they hit the road. 3 in Oakland, 3 in Seattle, and then 4 in Texas before coming home July 5th to beat the Chicago White Sox.
Base hit to left. Vizquel is on with a leadoff single. That's his first hit. And the 6th for the Indians.
That'll be a telling road trip, because that's a long, hard road trip when you go to the coast and you play 10 ball games. Oakland's starting to play better. The Tigers have always had trouble in Seattle, even though they're not a good ball club.
And you know, one time they might have to bat against Randy Johnson. You know,
yeah, Randy's picked it up. He's really good at the job.
Yeah.
Well, there's Baega. He's been the hitting star for Cleveland. Single and a double the first 2 times. He drove in a run each time, and then he flied to left in the 5th inning. Alan Trammell is the Tiger with 2 hits. He has 2 of their 4 hits, a double and a triple. So Baega, with that open stance of his,
he's gone the other way tonight so far, but he'll be looking for something to pull if he can with a man on first.
You know, after the Tigers come home from that road trip, it doesn't get any easier. Chicago comes to town, and then Texas. Then it's all-star break.
By about that time, the White Sox will have straightened themselves out.
That's
probably
what we're worried about, right?
Fly ball, deep center. Gibson will have plenty of room on this one. Almost slipped and fell, but he makes the catch. 1 on, 1 out. And Albert Bell, who has walked, struck out, and grounded to short, will be the hitter.
That's a play there. Once you see Kirk Gibson get under the ball as a base runner, you only need to be about 20 feet past off first. Ball hit that high, you got to figure the center fielder is going to catch it. Once you see he's under it, you go back and tag up, and you can go to second base, get in scoring position with 1 out.
Especially when you know what type of arm the center fielder has.
Yeah, and Kirk doesn't throw that good, but
Right.
Vizquel, he's hanging all the way down there. Now when the ball's caught, he's got to come back to first. Not a good play.
But it could be something with his knee, Jim. You know,
Yeah, it
just
could
came
be.
off. Yeah, just came off the disabled list with a bad knee. Has a big knee brace on.
Here's Albert Bell. The big RBI man for the Indians. It's a ball to Albert, ball 1. Cleveland 3, Detroit 1. We're in the 8th. Strike. Mr. Phillips said so. The Indians have left 4 runners. The Tigers have left 6. Indians have hit into 2 double plays. 1-1 pitch to Bell. A little bit wide, 2-1.
Albert Bell played his college ball at Louisiana State University.
Came back from an alcohol problem.
Yes, rebounded terrifically.
Oh, he swung a little late on that one. High heat.
It's almost an afterthought. He got a fastball, and he was going to swing at it no matter what. He's only a yard late.
2-2. Cleveland RBIs, 2 by Baker, 1 by Alomar. Now Bell waits. Pops it up, short right. Felix loses it momentarily, then recovers and makes the catch. Eleven fly balls caught by the Tiger outfielders now. 2 down, 1 on. Here's Ed Murray. He's been hobbled so far. Hit into a double play, fly to right, and struck out. Double play Eddie hit into in the first inning to stop what looked like might be a pretty good run by the Indians. They'd scored a run. They had 2 men on, 1 man down. They had the big hitter up. Murray ended the inning by hitting a hard ground ball for a double play. Ball 1. No action in either bullpen. Foul out of play. A little to the left of the plate, back upstairs.
Eddie Murray has 17 career grand slams. He's tied with Jimmy Fox and Ted Williams. Lou Gehrig's the all-time leader, and I know you know this, with 23. Who's second?
I know.
Who?
Babe Ruth.
Wrong again.
Wrong?
Fox is wrong several times tonight. Willie
I thought it
McCovey.
was
I don't even guess. Who
McCovey
is it?
got it.
Willie McCovey, 18.
Wow.
I
All
thought
right.
Ruth hit 18.
Willie McCovey.
Stretch.
He was in here a couple times last year.
Yeah, I remember that. He made the McCovey Award or something.
Right.
Somebody. He gave it to Cecil Field each
right.
time.
For the longest
Longest hit.
Longest-
The IBM tape.
Right.
longest
Longest
home
taters.
dinger. Cecil got it 2 years in a row because he hit it over the roof. Well, bounced it over the roof twice. That'll do it.
At the breaking ball in for a strike. And he looked like he was going to take that one no matter. Now Vizquel led out with a single, but he's still at first with 2 down. Indians lead 3-1 in the 8th. Ground ball left side. There goes Trammell over, and he has no play. It'll be an infield hit. Couldn't do much about that one. Well, there's baseball for you. Murray hits the ball like a shot right at Whitaker in the first inning. It's a double play. He dribbles one to shortstop and beats it out for a single.
The ball's just kind of swatted toward left. Trammell goes way deep in the hole. He has no chance for Vizquel, who still can run pretty good even with a bad knee. No play.
And Joe Baber's going to get up for the Tigers. First action they've had tonight.
Eddie's getting it from Cecil too about how hard he blasted that ball.
And here's a pretty good hitter, Sorrento. They've stopped him so far with 3 fly balls. 2 to right and 1 to left. Ground ball right side, base hit. Coming around third now. Vizquel, he'll score. The throw comes into Trammell. It's another run for the Indians. They lead it 4-1. Sorrento drives in one with a ground single between first and second.
First ball fastball hitter, Paul Sorrento, and especially likes it down. That's the pitch he got. And on first, there it is. Low pitch right at the knees. And Lou is playing him to pull, and they still got it between Cecil and Lou.
Here's the veteran now, Espinosa, who came in to play third base. He's a .253 hitter with no home runs and 14 RBIs. There's Baber in the bullpen. It's a breaking ball low to Espinosa. Cleveland signed him as a free agent back in '92. He bounced around more lately with the Yankees.
He had a real good year one year with the Yankees, did he not? I believe he did.
Yeah. Hit .282 one year in '89. And he dropped off a little bit after that. The Yankees had signed him as a free agent after he'd bounced around the minor leagues a long time. 1-1 pitch. Nope, he's not going to throw it yet. Time called. Espinosa, 32 years old. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Murray at second base. Sorrento, the man at first for the Indians. 4-1, the Tribe on top in the 8th. Hops it foul, out of play. Tim Belcher's gone all the way. Struck him out on the high hard one. The Indians get a run. The Tigers battle the 8th, trailing 4-1.
And want to remind everybody about the clinic tomorrow for the kids. First 5,000 youngsters will be allowed to go on the field. Gates open at 11:15. The clinic begins at 11:30. Call 810-25-TIGER for your ticket needs. A terrific clinic put on by the Tiger coaches and players.
Tigers batting 8th inning. They trail the Indians 4-1. Lou Whitaker trying to get it started for the home team. And it's a strike on Lou. Really not quite dark yet. It's 9:27 at Tiger Stadium. What about that?
Yeah, and what a great job this Indian pitching staff has done against the Tigers.
Today's the longest day of the year. That's why.
All right. We knew the Fox could explain things for us.
209 ERA average against the Tigers this year. Who would have dreamed that?
Grimsley struck out 7 tonight.
2-1 to count on Lou. After Whitaker, it'll be Fryman and Fielder. That's the second, third, and fourth hitters to try to get it going. Line shot, one hop to Baega. Flips it over to first to Sorrento, one away. Here's Fryman, who has flied out twice and struck out.
I was just going to say what a terrific play by Baerga, but he had no choice.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you want to do. Get in front of it, knock it down, and not ole it.
Well, that was self-defense.
He bodied it and took it.
That's the luxury that a second baseman has.
Sorrento's not feeling too sorry for him either. I think he's kidding him a little bit.
Here's Fryman. Ball 1. 4 runs, 8 hits for Cleveland. 1 run, 4 hits for Detroit. 1 error in the game belongs to Cleveland. It led to the scoring of the Tigers' lone run. Hard slider in close. 2-0.
The way Alomar acted, it was a backup slider. Looking for the ball to move, and it went straight. Young Grimsley, 6'3", just 26 years old. And you know where he's from? Cleveland, Texas, believe it or not. Cleveland, Texas.
3-0 the count. There's a strike called on Travis.
Just can't get over how he short arms the ball, and he has that terrific movement with all his pitches.
Fly ball at the left. It won't be deep at all. Bell is coming in a couple of steps. The wind helps him, and he makes an easy catch in left field. 2 down, and Fielder will be the batter. Cecil safe on an error by Baega in the second inning. He struck out in the third. He popped the first base in the sixth.
Lilliquist, the left-hander, Mesa, the right-hander once again. And you know, if you're for the Cleveland Indians, this is when you want Cecil to come to bat in a tight ball game. Nobody on base.
They're going to overshift on him. Strike. Oh, Mr. Grimsley just keeps on cruising. Two strikes on the big guy.
He's been something else tonight.
Mr. Anderson in wonderment about this Cleveland pitcher. Did he get a piece of that one? Yep, he did. Not much.
You know, with the Indians on the streak that they're on, they've won 10 in a row. Winning is contagious, and you see it in their composure when they walk on the field with the Cleveland Indians. When they came out early tonight for batting practice, you just sensed the way they were going. You could tell that they've been on a winning streak.
Strike 2 count on Fielder.
And you know, if you're a pitcher, you don't want to be the one to stop that winning streak, you know. So that really gives each pitcher that goes out there more incentive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. 4-1 Indian lead. Tigers batting in the 8th. Here it comes. In the dirt, 2-2. Takes a little more time before this one. Now he pitches. Fastball got him.
8 strikeouts. We go to the 9th inning. Cleveland ahead 4-1.
Games. The try pitching 2.5 runs a game by the Tigers. Tonight just 1. Home runs 4, none tonight. Batting average 133 tonight, 221 in the other 4 previous ball games. So I guess we haven't said enough good things about the Tri pitching staff.
They pitched very well against the Tigers, and Joe Baber will come in here now to replace Tim Belcher. And Tim Belcher, I thought, pitched a pretty good ball game. He only gave up 4 runs, and generally that'll win you with the Tigers. In the 8 innings that he pitched, he gave up 8 hits. He walked 4, struck out 6. Joe Baber will come in here. He's been a workhorse, 5-0 with a 3.79 earned run average. Fastball, palm ball. Old rubber arm. This guy pitched forever, and whenever you want him, he's out there. He can't wait to go pitch.
Alomar will lead off for the Indians. Joe Baber, in his entire career, major, minor, everything, has never started the game. He's always been a relief pitcher. Most of the time, you'll find a guy somewhere along the way has been a starter in a few games anyway.
Well, they're normally
college or high school. Yeah. This guy didn't.
Pitchers are normally signed because they have a good number 1.
Yeah.
And they send them to the minors to start, but for some reason, Baber never got that opportunity.
Sandy Alomar hit his home run in the 4th inning. He's also struck out and a fly to center. Strike 1. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Cleveland. Detroit 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. Second game of the series. The finale here at the Corner tomorrow afternoon. 1-1 the count from Baber.
When Baber first started throwing the palm ball, which he threw the first 2 pitches, he used to throw it a lot slower. In recent years, he said he's got better command of it and he can throw it faster.
2-1 the count. Belcher went 8, gave up 4 runs, 8 hits, 4 walks, struck out 6.
That's the hard-throwing rookie, Paul Shuey, in the bullpen.
He's done a good job to try.
Well, he has a Herb Score was telling me he's got a split finger about 90 miles an hour.
He's been in 12 games with a 3.2 earned run average. He's 0-1, but he can bring it. Good splitter.
Foul out of play upstairs, first base side.
Well, the Indians were down playing an exhibition game with one of their minor league teams. I don't remember which one, but he pitched against the Indians. And all the Indian players came back to the bench and told Hargrove, we got to have him.
Yeah.
And that's when they brought him up.
Charlotte out there.
Oh!
Watch out. The bat flies into the box seats.
Missed everybody.
Boy, I tell you, was that lucky. That gentleman caught it. It happened to land on him flat instead of at one of the ends. And I hope everybody's all right, but that is unbelievable.
They asked him if he's all right. He said, yeah, I'm all right. I caught it with my hand.
They're going to make a trade of the bats.
Well, they want to trade.
Yeah, that's his gamer, and that's a new one that they're going to exchange it for. That's all.
That's a fair deal for everybody.
Absolutely. The gamer, you know, you might bone it a little bit. You might have some pine tar on it, or you might just be superstitious.
Yep. And I think that any fan would be satisfied to get the bat. It doesn't matter whether it's the one that came in or another one.
They cost, I think, about $28 a piece now by Major League ball clubs, right?
3-2 pitch to Alomar. Little chopper hit toward the short. Fryman cuts it out. Throw to first is late. And it'll be a hit. Infield hit for Alomar, his second hit of the game.
I don't know if Trammell would have had a better shot or not.
I think he would have, Joe.
He probably would have. Travis goes a long ways. Now he's got to throw off balance. You see, Allen was ready to get there and throw, and I believe Allen would have had him.
Yeah, and Allen had the better throwing position and angle.
Here's Kirby, the number 9 batter in the Indian lineup. He has fly to center, struck out and single. Ball 1 the count on Wayne Kirby. Indians 4 runs, 9 hits. Tigers 1 run, 4 hits. Two and 0 the count on him.
A little house cleaning by Dave Phillips. Breeze still blowing in straight away.
Almost dark now here at 9:38 in Detroit. Runner goes, fly ball hit the left. Phillips backs up and puts it away. Alomar retreats to first. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the batting order now, Kenny Lofton. He's had a walk, the double, pop up to short, and he's hit in a double play to Whitaker. Every inning except the first, the Tiger outfielders have caught at least 1 fly ball.
Belcher and Grimsley definitely not ground ball pitchers.
And here's the speedy Mr. Lofton at the bat. Ball 1 the count.
Lofton uses the old bottle bat. No knob at the end of it. Sort of like the bat Alan Trammell uses.
Strike. He likes to bunt. Fryman's aware of that. He's in close. Alomar on first. Lofton bunts out in front. And it'll be a base hit.
Isn't that something?
In between.
That was just an average bunt, except for Lofton. by the time Baber picked that ball up and he came charging off the mound, Lofton was 1 step from first.
And he had a perfect pitch to bunt. The palm ball that was low.
Watch this bunt. It's almost straight back at the pitcher, halfway between the catcher and pitcher. But look at Lofton. Baber picks it up right there, and Lofton is 1 step from first base.
Well, that speed is great. It can be used on offense or defense.
As a matter of fact, Kenny made it to first before Alomar made it to second. You smell that base hit, and the Jets were on.
That's his 2nd hit of the night. And now the Indians, with a threat to score more, they've got a 4-1 lead in the 9th inning. They've got 2 men on and 1 man down. Omar Vizquel singled in the last time at bat. And he starts the bunt and takes the ball.
Outfield playing Vizquel very shallow. So there's a hard hit ball for a base hit. I would say it'd be tough for Alomar to score. Shading towards left.
Infield in double play depth, up a little bit on this hitter. And we'll have a conference at the mound. San Francisco and Cincinnati are 1-1. They're in the 7th. Well, the Cubs at Florida leading the Marlins 4-1 there in the 4th inning. Line drive left field. It'll be a hit. And the bases will be loaded. You were right. They held him at third. Phillips playing in close. He fielded the ball to his right. Vizquel gets his 2nd hit, and the Tribe on the warpath now. And one of their best hitters at the plate, Baega. He's knocked in runs the first 2 trips. He's flat out the next 2 trips.
And no stirring in the Tiger bullpen.
Baber hasn't had much luck. 2 infield hits and a little flipper on left field. Bases are loaded. They all count, unfortunately.
Cleveland hit total has reached 11. They've had 6 of them here in the last 2 innings. Ground ball right side. Whitaker will go to second. One relay to first, not in time. Alomar scores a run. They get the force out, but not the double play. And Lofton takes third. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Another run in, 5-1 Cleveland.
And another RBI for Baerga.
That's his third.
Baerga swings at a bad pitch. He pulls it just enough so Lou Whitaker has to turn and make the throw to Tram, who really got rid of it quickly. And it's a good thing Baerga could run, or they'd have turned a slick double play.
Here's Albert Bell, who has been stopped by the Tiger pitchers. He's walked, but he's gone 0 for 3. It's a strike. Cleveland 5, Tigers 1.
Greg Cadaret up for the Tigers.
Ground ball to third. Fryman will go to first with it. And that will end the inning, bring the Tigers to bat in the ninth, trailing 5-1.
Paul Shuey will come in the ball game, replacing Grimsley. Grimsley pitched 8 innings. He gave up 1 run, and it was an unearned run. Only 4 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 8. Shuey's 0-1 with a 3.2 earned run average in 12 games. He does have 5 saves.
8 innings.
Tigers coming to bat now, the ninth inning. Gibson, Felix, and Tuttlin to face this hard-throwing 23-year-old right-hander, Paul Shuey, out of the University of North Carolina. Ball 1. Now here's a guy with a high kick. They tried to take it away from him. He said he didn't feel comfortable, and they let him go back to it.
Boy, that is the old-fashioned high kick.
They say that his fastball tops 98 miles per, and that split finger you were talking about goes 90.
90.
And he's got a wicked curve around 85, but he's got to get it over. There's a strike.
Other than that, he doesn't have much, right?
Yeah, he needs something else.
Yeah.
How's his changeup?
Well, I could see why they don't want him to do that high kick. You could steal on him all day, but when the pitcher's successful, you better leave him alone.
3-1 the count on Gibby, trying to get it going. The Tigers need a bunch here. They trail by 4, 5-1 in the ninth inning. And he walked in. So the reliever comes in and does exactly what the relief pitcher is not supposed to do. Walks the first hitter.
That'll drive managers crazy.
Here's Felix.
Well, I don't know how many pitches that Grimsley had thrown, but if he hadn't thrown too many, I would have never done what's being done right now. Grimsley stays there until it shows me that he's out of gas.
Of course, we don't know what
maybe he's out of gas. I don't know.
Hargrove in the dugout.
That's the way managers manage today. They're quick to jerk him and bring somebody in.
Felix without a hit. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He's bounced to the pitcher, popped to the catcher, and is struck out against the starter. And he takes the ball from Shuey.
And that'll get a big exodus out of the Cleveland bullpen. Looks like Mesa again and Lilliquist, the left-hander. Well, they came out of there like it was a fire drill.
Mesa throws pretty hard too. He was with Baltimore, I believe. Traded over here. Started last year.
There's a strike on the count, even on the junior at 1-1. 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. That's a Cleveland total. The Tigers 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. Yankees, the Mets are leading Atlanta 3-2 there in the 7th. St. Louis leading Montreal 3-0 in the 5th. One shot in close. Pittsburgh 7 and the Phillies 1 there in the 9th inning.
Well, Shuey's falling into the Tigers' hands. They need base runners.
Cuts this one inside to Junior, and one of the few times Junior was able to get out of the way. He turned away from it like you're supposed to. He tends to go into the pitch, and ball doesn't have to be very far inside to nick him.
Right, he got hit last night, and I think the ball was about 2 or 3 inches inside, Ernie.
2-2 the count on him.
Well, this is one guy you're throwing as hard as he does. You don't want to walk into one.
Right.
Man on first, Gibson, nobody down. 9th inning, 5-1 Cleveland lead over the Tigers. Full count.
This is the first time I've seen Shuey. I've heard a lot about him, but to me it looks like he's trying to overthrow. Of course, maybe that's the way he throws all the time.
He may only get one more overthrow.
Strikeout.
That was a blister, man. That ball really was a hummer.
Well, the guy throws this hard. It's good to be a little bit wild, but you don't want to overdo it.
Oh, he just throws this ball right past Junior. A good fastball hitter, never had a chance.
Oh, he tied him up.
Here's Mickey Tuttle. Mickey has walked, bounced to the pitch, and struck out. Grimsley, the starter, struck out 8. Gibson on, 1 man down, 9th inning, 5-1 Indian lead. It's a ball to Mickey. Story of the game right now is the pitching of Grimsley.
As it was last night with
Nagy.
Nagy that pitched last night for Cleveland.
It's high, 2-0.
Shuey reminds me of the Goose when he was a kid.
Yes, he does. That'll bring out Phil Regan, the pitching coach. The old
Goose.
Michigander.
Goose threw hard, and harder, and he was wild. And when he got it over, you had no chance.
Right, and you knew what was coming.
You never had to guess. The only trouble you had was trying to hit it.
Talking to Phil Regan about his pitching staff, he said he instituted a workout program in spring training where he had the pitchers running miles at a time, and he said he was concerned about some of the veterans like Morris and Martinez. He said, but Jack Morris led them every day. And he said, really, physically, their pitching staff is very strong, and their stamina is outstanding through this program.
Well, Jack Morris has always been very strong on conditioning. He got that program from the Phillies trainer, you know.
Right,
He and Tanana went through that. Almost like a kung fu kind of a deal.
Generally, if you present something that makes sense to a veteran, they won't object.
Right.
It's when you try to pull the wool over their eyes and tell them to do something you know it won't work.
Mickey Mouse stuff that they know is ridiculous. 2-1 the count on Mickey now. That was close, but it's still out of the strike zone. 3-1.
Alan Trammell's on deck. He's had a big night tonight.
Double
Tigers need to get him up there with a couple on.
Cleveland on top. There's a strike right through the heart of the plate.
I bet this kid's idol is the Goose because he's got the same kind of mustache.
Yep.
Same kind of physique.
He missed. And there are 2 men on, both on walk, to the strikeout in between. And Alan Trammell at the plate. So the Tigers try to mount a rally now, put 2 men on walks against the reliever, Paul Shuey. Trammell a double, a pop up to second, and a triple. His double in the first inning drove in the only Tiger run. Infield in double play depth. Strike.
He hasn't thrown anything yet but hardness. We haven't had a chance to see that breaking ball you were talking about or the split finger.
He's been behind in the count. He hasn't had a chance to throw.
Right.
Be interesting to see if he could get 2 strikes on a guy, what he'd do then. Two on, 1 out. Oh, that is a high kick. Paul Derringer used to do that, the old Cincinnati pitcher. Van Lingle, Mungo, Brooklyn. Bobo Newsom had a big kick.
Some great old names.
Yep.
I don't remember the first one, but I've heard of the second two. There was some sort.
That was a breaking ball, I think.
Breaking
hard curve or something.
A lot of times it's good for a pitcher to break his sequence. If you're not getting one pitch over, go to the breaking pitch. And that's what they tried that time. Didn't work.
Base hit up the middle by Trammell. Rounding third, coming home. Gibson, Tettleton stops at second. The Tigers get another run. Trammell's knocked in both of them. And Allen's had a double, a single, and a triple. Chad Kruder will be the batter. And he is representing the tying run as he steps up. 5-2 the score.
And that's going to be all for the young right-hander.
Alan Trammell gets the fast ball, rips it right up the middle, and didn't try to pull it. It's a good deal, and Gibson has no problem scoring. Tram's had a good night, 3 for 4 with 2 ribbies.
And you can bet your booties that Sparky's going to go to his bench with Juan Samuel.
Lilliquist will be the new pitcher, Derek Lilliquist.
You see the high kick up high. He finally got it over, and it was rejected.
Juan Samuel has come out on the index circle, and he will bat for Chad Kruder.
Derek Lilliquist, a little lefty. One and 2 with a 4.85 earned run average. 23 games he's been in with 1 save.
Lilliquist started in the Brave system. He was their #1 draft choice back in June of '87. Coming out of the University of Georgia, he was the college pitcher of the year. Then he was traded to San Diego in the '90 season for Mark Grant. And then Cleveland picked him up on waivers in November of '91, and he's pitched for the Indians now in '92 and '93. Had 10 saves last year. Juan Samuel will be the batter. Veteran utility man. He's batting for Kruder. Five to 2, the Indians hanging on to the lead in the 9th inning. The Tigers have 2 men on. It's a breaking ball low, ball 1. Juan batting .310 with 1 home run and 8 runs batted in. Been up twice as a pinch hitter, and he's 0 for 2. Ground foul down past third, 1-1. 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, the Cleveland total. The Detroiters have 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Mounting a threat here in the 9th inning and trying to get back in it. Lilliquist on the mound. 2-1 on the pinch batter. Well, the Tigers have the top of the order up next. Phillips, Whitaker, Fryman. Drive to left. And it is a hit. And the bases are loaded. Samuel delivers the pinch single. Now the tying runs are on the bases for Detroit. 2 walks and 2 singles in this inning for the Tigers. 1 run in. And the creeping terror beginning to set in for the Indians. Phillips has a single in 4 turns. Bounced out twice, struck out once. Infield and double play depth. That's the 6th Tiger hit. First time they've had 2 in any 1 inning. Well, Mr. Grimsley was cruising along.
Yeah, unless he was tired or wanted out, Tigers put their head in the noose, taking him out of there. I mean, the Indians.
Strike on Tony.
You never know how it's going to end up, but it doesn't look good.
Nope. Certainly gave the Tigers a chance.
That breeze is still blowing in from left field. Hit one out of here and left, you're going to have to put a big hurting on it.
Right. Tony Phillips waiting. Big bender low, bounds away from Alomar. 1-1 the count on Tony Phillips.
Alomar does a terrific job of cupping his body, blocking the ball, soften it, keep it from bouncing away.
Five to 2, Cleveland leading. The Tigers have the bases loaded. 1 man down in the 9th inning. Tony Phillips against Lilliquist. Ball 2, 2-1.
Mickey Tettleton's on at 3rd.
Trammell at 2nd. Samuel at 1st. They are the tying runs in this game. 2-1 pitch. Foul, out of play. 2-2 on Phillips. Well, it looks sort of like a routine game coming into the 9th inning. It's far from that now.
Tigers are that type of ball club. They can score a lot of runs in a hurry.
Full count on Phillips. Nowhere to put him. The bases are loaded with 1 away. Now this can be a very, very big pitch right here. Sparky knows it. Hold tight. He walked in. The bases remain loaded. It is 5-3 Cleveland. Phillips gets an RBI on the bases loaded walk. And everybody moves up 1. 2 runs in. And Lou Whitaker at the plate.
The one thing you dread most from your relievers is to come in and walk hitters. And that's what Shuey did. Walked Gibson, walked Tettleton, and now Tony Phillips is walked by Lilliquist. Put the tying run at 2nd. That's a no-no.
5-3 the score. 1 man down, 3 men on. Fly ball hit foul down the right field side. It will drift out of play. Just in front of the bullpen in the lower deck. Strike 1 on Lou. Rhythmic applause underway here at Tiger Stadium. bases loaded, one man down. Fly ball deep, right field, might be going back. A grand slam by Whitaker, and the Tigers win it with a rally in the ninth inning. Will's fourth grand slam of his career. What a win for the Tigers. Final score: Detroit 7, Cleveland 5.